I left my daughter alone with our dog and have never been the same. My neighbor called CPS claiming I was neglecting my 4-year-old by leaving her with our aggressive pit bull. But when the social worker arrived, my daughter told her about the mean man next door who'd been trying to get her to come to the fence when I wasn't home. Mrs. Patterson hated our dog from day one. Rex is a rescue pit bull, and she made it clear she thought we were those people who shouldn't have dogs like that in a nice neighborhood. She'd call animal control every few weeks claiming he was loose or threatening people even though he never left our fenced yard. I'm a single mom working 2 jobs, so I'd leave Emma in our backyard with Rex for maybe 20 minutes when I picked up my older son from school. The yard is fully fenced, she had toys and water, and Rex never left her side. I thought it was safer than dragging her in and out of the car every day. The complaints started getting more frequent. Animal control would show up, check that Rex was properly contained and licensed, and leave. But Mrs. Patterson kept calling. She'd stand at her kitchen window with her phone out, timing exactly how long I was gone. One Tuesday, I came home from school pickup to find a CPS worker waiting in my driveway. Mrs. Patterson was standing on her porch, arms crossed, watching the whole thing. "Ma'am, we received a report that you're leaving your young daughter unsupervised with an aggressive dog for extended periods," the social worker said. My stomach dropped. I'd heard horror stories about CPS removing kids for less. "I was gone for 15 minutes, I said, pulling out my phone to show the timestamp on my son's school pickup text. "She's in our fenced yard with our family dog. The neighbor says this has been going on for months and that the dog has shown aggressive behavior." That's when Emma ran over from her sandbox, still holding her plastic shovel. "Mommy, are you in trouble because of the mean man?" The social worker knelt down. "What mean man, sweetie?" Emma pointed at Mrs. Patterson's house. "The man who lives there. He comes to our fence when you leave and asks me to come closer. But Rex always stands between us and growls until he goes away." I felt sick. "Emma, what man?" "Mrs. Patterson lives alone. The bigger one. He says he has toys for me, but only if I come to the fence when Rex isn't looking. But Rex is always looking." The social worker's expression changed completely. "How often does this happen, Emma?" "Lots of times. Rex doesn't like him. Rex gets really mad and shows his teeth." Mrs. Patterson had gone white and disappeared back into her house. The social worker called the police. When they arrived, Emma told them the same story. The man would appear at the fence during my school runs, try to coax her closer, and Rex would position himself between them, hackles raised, until the man left. They knocked on Mrs. Patterson's door. She answered with her adult son, David, who still lived with her. David was probably mid-30s, unemployed, and I'd seen him around but never really paid attention. The police asked to speak with him privately. Within an hour, they were back asking if Emma could identify the person who'd been approaching her. She pointed at David immediately. "That's the mean man. Rex doesn't let him near me." They arrested David that afternoon. Turns out he had a record for inappropriate contact with minors from another state. Mrs. Patterson knew about his history, but never said anything when she saw him in our yard talking to Emma. The charges were attempted child endangerment and violation of his parole terms. He'd been living with his mother illegally without registering his address with probation. The CPS case was dropped immediately. The social worker actually apologized and said Rex should get a medal for protecting Emma. Mrs. Patterson moved out 2 months later. Before she left, she had the nerve to tell me this was all a misunderstanding and that David was just being friendly. Now, I don't trust anyone who's a little too concerned about other people's parenting.
Subscribe for more.